If you need unlimited domination, clutch time, or anything else online or offline grinding, make sure you hit up RoseNBA on Twitter for quick, safe, and reliable grinding services. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best point guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 8,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Upload every single day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Additionally, only going to be including 2 trophy case players on this top 10 list, because those are the 2 players at the point guard position who I would say by far are the most commonly used. Other than those 2 guys, I would say most of the other trophy case PGs at this point just aren't super commonly used in my team, so I think those 2 are the only ones that really need ranking on this list. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off with the number 10 spot, which is where I'm going to go with Deron Williams, who was the takeover card, actually still is available from last Tuesday, a card that in all honesty is not that amazing. He's 6'3" with a 6'6" wingspan, which is solid size, 93 speed and excel, and 90 shot 3, only a 50 driving dunk is pretty low, to the point where he's not going to dunk very consistently at all. Shooting badges are all right all the way around. Bronze limitless is nice, Hoff handles for days is good, but very limited on the defensive badges. Doesn't come with any base, doesn't get clamps, glove, or interceptor, which are probably 3 of the most important defensive badges, especially for guards. Defensive stats as well are very poor, so he's just going to struggle in a lot of ways on the defensive end of the court. Offensively, he's not bad, but the problem is his release just isn't elite either. He doesn't have a great release, he doesn't have great movement. There's not a ton of things that he does impressively well, but he does have good offensive stats and badges, and that is enough to still get him a spot where he squeaks in at the end of the top 10. But overall, I will say he's not that amazing of a card. At number 9, we take a bit of a step up and we go to Marcus Smart, one of the top budget PGs in my team. A card who's really good defensively and has great size at 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan, 86 speed and excel, 78 shot 3, and an 80 driving dunk, with pretty average finishing, shooting, and playmaking badges. A lot of things on silver, but overall he can do his thing on the offensive end of the court. But defensively is where this card is definitely going to shine. Hoff challenger, gold ankle braces, clamps, gloves, pick dodger, silver chase down interceptor, and pogo stick. So overall, some really good defensive badges on that end. And then defensive stats wise as well is very good, especially on the perimeter, with a little bit of interior defense as well, and a good release, solid enough but not elite movement. He's a very solid card, not quite elite. He's not great on the offensive end of the court, which is why he's this low, but defensively he's quite good, and I would say that is why he's in the top 10. At number 8, we're going with Jaden Ivey, another guy who I would say on the badge end is a bit limited, kind of missing some badges that I'd really like to see on a PG. For example, doesn't get bully, doesn't get limitless range, doesn't get handles for days, doesn't get clamps, glove, or interceptor. So a lot of key badges there that are kind of annoying, but he is 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, 92 speed and excel, can shoot the 3 capably well, a very good slasher, and a acceptable perimeter defender as well, especially with his size. I think he competes enough defensively where he is very solid. Good sigs as well, with a great dribble style, great side of escape, and great behind the back, and a release that is also pretty darn solid. So badge wise he's a bit limited, but outside of the badges he's a very solid PG right now in my team, and he deserves his spot in the top 10 for sure. At number 7, Baron Davis, kind of the last of, I would say, the value PGs who aren't free. He's still pretty expensive, but statistically he is quite good. 94 speed and excel, and 86 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, and very good perimeter defensive stats. Defensive badges are also pretty darn solid, especially on the perimeter. He's got capable playmaking badges. Quick first step can get upgraded, no limitless range or bully, but those are really the only 2 key badges that he doesn't come with for a guard. Statistically, like I said, really good all the way around, and Dame Lillard release isn't bad, with the Joe Ingles upper for whatever reason just doesn't combo very well with the Dame release, so I would say it's not an elite release by any means. It's a little bit slow and janky, I would say, but it is greenable, especially when you are open. And then movement wise is not elite. He does not have great sigs, but overall I do think Baron Davis is still so good statistically that even though his animations are kind of a little below par, he's still quite a good option at that point guard position. Coming in at number 6, we have had to think about it for a second. Damian Lillard, Pink Diamond Dame, very good card at the point guard position. He has a couple flaws though, which is why he's this low on this list. And the main flaw is honestly the defensive end. No glove, no clamps, no interceptor. Very poor defensive stats outside of his 85 lateral quickness. A 93 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, 93 speed, excel and speed with ball. Great shooting badges, very good playmaking badges as well, and a capable slasher, quite a good slasher in fact. But his dribble style is very poor. His sigs are not amazing, and while his release is pretty good, I would not say elite like Dame's release release has been in previous years, it still is pretty darn solid. He's such a poor defender and then does not move very well that those two things are enough of a flaw to keep him outside of the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Steph Curry, who is one of the best offensive point guards in the game, especially Pink Diamond Steph. Not putting the other Stephs on this list, although Diamond and Amethyst could both be argued for spots on this list as well. 91 speed and excel, 97 shot 3, 65 driving dunk, which is more than enough to dunk the ball consistently when he does have an open lane to the basket. A 92 steal, 84 perimeter, 87 lateral quickness are quite good defensive stats as well. While on the interior, he's going to struggle. He's got some pretty okay defensive badges as well. Bronze clamps, silver interceptor to couple with gold ankle braces, glove, and pick dodger. Playmaking badges are quite good, with the quick first step being able to be upgraded, and then Hoff Agent 3, amped, catch and shoot deadeye, and limitless range make him one of, if not the best shooters in the game, comboed with an absolutely elite release as well. There isn't a ton this Steph can't do. He's a little bit poor on the defensive end of the court, but he's got a great release, very good sigs, including the Curry slide, and overall is a very, very good point guard in my team, one of the best shooters in the game. Defensively not elite, but everything else he does at a pretty high level. Now, another guy who is not elite defensively, but does everything else and truly everything else in this card at a high level is Ja Morant. He's not the shooter that Steph is, no limitless range, but 95 speed excellence and a 94 speed with ball, quick first step on Hall of Fame, as well as 4 Hall of Fame finishing badges, 86 shot 3 with a fast release that is on quick, and then defensively on the perimeter, good perimeter defensive stats. While he doesn't get clamps, glove, or interceptor, he competes a bit on the defensive end, which helps to just make him solid enough defensively to where his offensive game can truly shine as one of the best slashers in the game. Amazing dunk animations, really, really solid dribble sigs all the way around, and a release that I would say is elite at this point in the year on quick. Ja is an absolute beast and definitely deserving of his top 4 spot on this list. We got the first of true trophy cards right here, and that's going to be Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook. Russ is a guy who I've ran into several times, and he is so impressive as a slasher, has a very capable release, and then defends at a pretty high level as well. Very, very good defensive stats, especially that 95 lateral quickness and 98 speed, excellence speed with ball with a Hoff quick first step, Hoff clamp breaker, Hoff fast twitch, limitless takeoff, and posterizer. Some great badges there. 78 shot 3 is more than enough to green consistently, especially when you maybe give him badges like limitless range, guard up, and claymore. And then when you look at his defensive badges, they're also quite good. You can add glove and interceptor. Those will help him out on the perimeter, but he's already a very capable defender with great defensive stats on the perimeter. A much improved release from what Russ's release has looked like in previous years as well. And then again, MJ dribble style, maybe the best in the game. While he doesn't have a great size up escape or moving behind the back, he moves well enough in the half court where he is definitely deserving of a top 3 spot. At number 2, the second of those trophy case players is going to be Derrick Rose. And I think a lot of people may have expected Derrick Rose to be number 1. While I think he's an incredible card, he doesn't quite get that number 1 spot. Similarly to Russ, solid enough perimeter defensive stats. I would honestly, his defensive stats actually compare more to Ja's, where they're not elite, but the thing that separates him from a guy like Ja is the fact that he can get clamps, glove, and interceptor, which, like I said, are maybe the 3 most important defensive badges for guards. So I definitely recommend adding those badges to him in addition to limitless range. Maybe you add claymore or anchor or something like that as his 4th badge, but he's a very good shooter, obviously an incredible slasher, quick first step, hyper driving clamp breaker as well, on Hall of Fame, one of, if not the best slashers in the game with a fast release as well. Trey dribble style, Kobe escape are both quite good, as well as the D-Rose size up, which is one of the best size ups in the game, if not the best. Still very similar to last year's D-Rose size up, which was the best size up in the game. And then the Trey behind the back, while it's not great, is really his only sig that I would not say is a top sig right now in my team. So overall, D-Rose is an amazing card. I just don't quite think he gives you the versatility of the guy that I have at number 1, and that is going to be, and if y'all know me, this isn't a huge surprise, Donovan Mitchell. I start Donovan Mitchell on my God Squad for a free card who really wasn't even that insane of a grind. I hope y'all grinded out this Donovan Mitchell card because he is exceptional. Great speed, excellence, steal ball, as an elite dunker, really good 3-point rating, really good all-around defender, especially with having a 79 interior and an 80 block, which is absolutely incredible for a point guard. Shooting badge-wise, he can get limitless range, already comes with a lot of good shooting badges. Hoff quick first step, gold handles for days, clamp breaker, can get the unpluckable badge as well as clamps. I would add all 3 of those badges, limitless, unpluckable, and clamps for sure. And with those 3 badges added, he's probably the most versatile point guard in the game with the elite stats all the way around and really, really good all around badges, as well as an amazing release, a good dribble style, a very good size up escape is not bad, and the Dame behind the back is one of the best in the game. So overall, really good sigs as well, just helps combine to make this Donovan Mitchell card the best point guard in the game, in my personal opinion right now. So that is my list of the top 10 point guards in my team right now. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comment section down below, who maybe is too high, too low, or somewhere in between, and feel free to let me know about that in the comments. But without further ado, that's gonna do it for the video. So if y'all did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.